I did it last
everybody.
time.
Welcome
knows.
to D&D. Is this black?
It's not. It's navy blue.
None of us
Drop
are
your
black,
vote in the
Kelsey.
comments.
Yeah.
Does this color identify as black?
All right.
This color identifies as navy blue.
We are back and ready
In
for
black.
mostly.
Back in black! Sorry. Again,
That was
most-
pretty good.
Some of us.
Kyle made it just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah,
I
that was
thought you were going to be much later.
Perfect timing.
He gets you right back into the fold.
Wow.
And so, let's do a recap. A lot happened last session.
I did it last time. And it was on.
You did a great job.
I have inspiration.
AF. I also have inspiration, so someone else gets to do it.
It is?
I could do it. Let's do it.
Oh, you got inspiration from baking.
I
Good,
also
probably.
don't.
Oh, but then
You used it?
I used it.
Okay.
But you can do it.
That's
Yeah,
up to you
go
guys.
for it.
I
You do
sort of
it.
don't remember where we ended
Somebody
up.
You haven't
Please
done
do
it
it.
in a long time.
I have not done.
Go for it, Josh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ring a bell?
So we picked up last time
All right,
by
here, you can see my
catching
notes are
up with
very
what
detailed.
Gladys was doing during the previous session, which was basically you
Horse
were
love. Not her. Two horses who were in love.
God!
There is no need to explain, my man.
I knew what I
And we're getting taken down.
I'm not wrong.
Sorry, guys.
You said this
No,
channel
Twitch
was
has-
not safe for work.
Twitch has new rules.
Or not
Yeah.
18 plus, something like that. I think
Anywho.
is our.
She wanted two
Ah,
horses
it's
to
getting
fall in
worse.
love.
She was trying
Husbandry.
Yeah, there you go.
to get Shki and Gus to, you know,
How
fall
should you keep
romantic
it
with us.
I'm gonna go around.
Okay.
While at Lulu's bookshop.
You mean Mimsy?
Mimsy.
Mimsy's there, but it's
Possession
not
is
her
not
bookshop.
against the law.
So, yes. Can't remember if you stayed the night and like fell asleep, right? Because we were
Mhm.
out. Yeah.
Not important.
But yeah, the whole idea was
Sleeping with the horses.
you were surrounded by the embers, and they were basically like, you know, come out or
They got kind of
Come
scary.
out.
Their eyes turned white. I was like, zombies? So they're zombies. Okay.
kind of.
Yeah, I was scared.
You proceeded
Kelsey
to
was scared.
mostly panic, trying to come up with
Mostly.
ideas.
Yeah, I really did.
We helped you kind of figure things out. You decided on a what was it, like a mass suggestion,
Mass suggestion.
while also polymorphing Shki down to a
A little
mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Putting Shki in your pocket
Oh, that's so cute. I
It was
forgot
really
about
nice.
that.
and escaping on Gus's back with Mimsy in tow.
Poor Mimsy. She didn't
So-
ask for any of this.
You got out of town pretty easily, and met up with the rest of us who had just escaped all the embers and were waiting outside of town. So,
Did you mention that the tea that Gladys spilled when they were sharing food?
Murphy.
No.
About who her granddaughter is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that
the
was
lack
like
of the lack of verbal shock that
That everyone but me had? Okay, come on.
yeah, because we were like, somebody's lying about a bunch of stuff. This is true. Anyways, we all met up and we all agreed like we needed to get the hell out of Dodge, and so we proceeded to run away from Alversea into the forest, where the embers were, you know, trying to catch up with us. They were on horseback. You know, we got rid of most of them pretty easily, and then we decided to try to like kind of figure out our next steps when we got stumbled upon. Or is that when you revealed Lulu, or was it after?
It was,
I think it was after.
yeah, it wouldn't have been until you saw Lulu.
Yeah. So Lulu came out of the forest and was like, "I'm sorry." Cast a fireball, right?
Yeah.
And killed Mimsy. Who else did she?
Well, not
knock
very
out?
honest.
she died.
No, she died.
She
So-
died.
She
She
got
had
to
to be
cast
revivify.
Revivify and everything. And she had and heal afterward.
Yeah. So it was.
I
that
forgot about that.
led to an.
Which
little
is
bit
a
of
real
an
big
intense
bummer
battle.
because we only had 2 of those, you know, and then now she's with us. Lulu is.
Yeah,
she
she
is.
So we held Lulu with a spell of.
Hold person.
It wasn't hold person.
First was suggestion and then hold
Oh,
person.
suggestion.
Right.
And then it was clunk.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used the spell of hit.
Multiple times.
Yes.
Didn't get her on
Good
the first
spell.
try.
Oh, it's a good spell.
She's got horns. It's harder.
Jesus.
That's That's not racist. She has horns.
And then
True. So then we brought back Mimsy. We decided to, in the moment, kill Baz to get rid of her Ember status. When Eris Vint took her over,
That was cool times.
I was just like, what's the magic word? And then commanded you to kill us,
That was pretty crazy.
and then a battle ensued. I almost died, kinda.
really?
No, not really. But if it would have continued, it would have lasted. too
No,
long.
not
He
really.
almost.
I was getting focused a little bit, but
It's like,
we ended up, taking her down. Gyrus turned a giant.
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
That's true.
Giant, yeah.
And then we revivified Baz.
That was
Now
nice
has
of
a
you.
minor leg injury-ish.
Whoa.
No, you magically
I
healed
think you
it.
healed that too.
I think I healed you and
Oh.
Mimsy from.
And my
You
leg.
did.
Yes.
I thought. Maybe not.
Nice.
Yeah. You
My
were
leg
Yeah.
seems magically healed.
Or no, I think I used.
You
my-
definitely healed Mimsy.
magically.
I think I used that
delicious.
5th level healing on
Correct.
On Mimsy.
Mimsy, and I was going to do it on you
Oh.
next, but I haven't had it yet. Anyway.
Then we took a long rest, didn't we?
Short.
Well, no. Then we
Before-
immediately were like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
So we teleportation circled to.
But we didn't.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, sorry.
To a cave.
I'm thinking too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
cave.
We did both of those things.
Then short rested and then immediately teleported where you were thinking you were going to go.
And that's
And that's when the
Another revelation.
relevation. Wow.
Which none of these, that one wouldn't have been a revelation if you guys talked to each other a little bit more about, like, who you are, where you came from. Go ahead.
Who does that?
I don't
It
know.
was
What are
revealed
backstories?
that Lulu is Gladys's granddaughter.
Oh, well. Oh.
yes.
What? What?
This is brand new information.
We're like, what the fuck? And so we were all reeling from
Yeah.
that information.
And Willow.
And then Willow was like, oh, I can get you guys back to the castle with this druid spell. And we're like, well, you'd have to be like in the know with the druids at the
druid.
castle. And she's like, well, I'm kind of second in line to the main highest druid. And we were like, what the fuck?
That's what the one I meant by, like, she probably would have told you if you asked.
That
Did.
one, absolutely. So,
It's like common knowledge in our style, yeah.
so we were like, oh, we can just pretty much teleport back to the castle.
Via plant.
Via plant.
Which
Sweet.
is on the table because Lulu is still an ember. She's knocked unconscious, or she's just being held with a suggestion spell for like 8
She's
hours.
still suggested, yeah. 8 hours.
And the suggestion, the verbiage was, don't hurt any of us.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay.
A lot of other options out there.
Plenty of other things she could do with that.
True. So that's kind of the thing, is like I can't revivify anyone because I don't have any more components to do so.
Diamonds.
So-
Diamond dust.
If we teleport back to the castle, we can get diamonds immediately. I can still use the spell slots to bring her back, so we can at least not be bringing an ember back to the castle, and that could cause some issues.
I'm assuming you tied her up, or does somebody have manacles?
I have manacles. Wait.
Can't not
What
picture
campaign is
tentacles
this?
when you say manacles.
I have manacles.
They're pink and
There
fuzzy.
you go.
There you go.
You can use those on her.
So I'm sure we tied
That'll
her
be
up.
helpful.
So
Nice. Good job.
that is where we are at.
All right.
So
Holy
blind.
smokes.
I think blindfolding would probably be good.
Yeah.
Let's just
Okay.
toss her in the bag of holding.
If presumably Eris Vint can see what she can see.
That's a good point.
Toss her in the bag of holding.
Can he?
Which I know, you can't do.
No, because we decided there's no oxygen in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
There,
There is as much oxygen as you let in. When it's
We
open.
throw in the oxygen
Yeah.
tanks.
you don't immediately start suffocating. I think.
No, it
there's
takes
a
like a
little
while
bit
to
of it. I don't remember. You had a question?
I think it's a stupid question.
We'll
But
find
you know,
out.
the internet is full of me doing stupid shit by now. So my stupid question is: if she's blindfolded, does that really stop Eris Vint from tracking her? Like, can he sense where she is?
You would know better than anyone else.
Do I know?
You wouldn't know.
Well, that's lame. That was a lame answer.
No, it's just the answer you didn't want.
Yeah, that's why it's lame.
Anything I don't want is lame. And everything I want is awesome.
If
Duh.
you are posing, so are you posing that to your party? Or are you just thinking that internally?
I was just thinking that internally for now, but I do think we should blindfold her just to be safe. That's it. I'm saying that out loud.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
But also, if she was conscious while we were discussing our plan, then she is aware of everything, which means he is aware of everything.
I mean, he already knows.
You can have done it in private if you need to.
I mean, he knows. We know.
He knows we know we
How to
don't.
unember people.
It's true. How to...
And he was
I bet he was pissed
so
when you
determined to
remembered.
stop us, he tried to kill us.
More than...
Multiple
Well,
times.
he's tried to kill us for a lot of reasons.
Wouldn't be the first.
But he
time.
officially knows that you're unembered.
Probably.
Well, he probably knows, but
Yeah, he could probably feel the break of their ember
you think?
ties. Feels like it.
Maybe.
If he tries to look through your mind again,
Well,
he
maybe
can't
it's
do
like
it.
Voldemort. He. Oh, I don't want
It's
to.
like a Horcrux?
Spoiler alert. He had so many Horcruxes that
He was, like,
he
weakened.
didn't notice that the first couple were gone.
And we kind of don't know if this is a
He's got a lot of
Horcrux
members.
situation.
Mhm.
Like, it's every time he gives his power away, he's weakened in power.
Unlikely.
No, he's
Probably he's increased in power, as most...
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like the
deities
more
are.
he has,
Huge
the
bummer.
less of an impact one connection.
Should we talk more about Endymion's hand and taking the
No.
stone? Because that was a thing.
Well,
That's always a thing.
No.
why don't we just go into the
I mean, we don't have to bring back Lulu. We can
Wait,
just
we
let
are-
her die.
We already made it back to the Druid Sanctum. That's where we ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked
We walked
through. We're
into
there.
We're
And
there.
say that this conversation was what you were doing in your short rest.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
We're already there. I'm not doing any more conversating about Endymion's hand.
Hmm.
He's keeping it. He only has one.
You don't need to talk about it more.
It is occurring to me that if Lily's directions are do not hurt us, that means feelings too. So she can't do anything that will hurt our feelings, like betray our trust.
Wow.
I love that.
Do you think that's true?
I do. I believe it. That's what I meant when I said it.
I ask a higher power if that's true.
Torm, is that how it works? Torm!
Torm? Papa!
Daddy!
Daddy! Daddy! Papa!
Papa! Damn it. I didn't recruit a single member of the Order of the Gauntlet while we were in Oursea.
Wow!
I did hand out lots of literature.
You put a bunch in Kiwi's pockets while he was drinking.
Did, yes.
And in the temple!
And in the temple, yeah, so we
And
did
in the
distribute,
temple.
but
You did do
I have
due
no
diligence.
confirmation. I did not establish it.
You'll have to go
I will
back.
need to
You have to go
return.
back.
You know what
soon.
else
I'm gonna
we
be
didn't
honest,
do?
I forgot that
It's
was...
free Benny.
We did not free Benny.
Oh, we gotta say Benny.
Well, it's too fucking late, man. We're in Arstelia.
Shit.
We kind of left him. I mean, I healed him in the jail cell.
sad
so, like,
about
Some things are a
Benny.
little bit more. Some things are a bit more pressing in terms of
Listen.
time.
So he's just sitting in a jail cell?
He did a
but
lot
Benny's
of-
fucking dead.
He's not.
He's not.
Is he getting taken care of in this jail? Like he's
Yeah,
getting.
he's not dead yet.
He's not dead yet. We
Uh,
haven't seen a body.
When you saw him, he was all kinds of beat up.
Yeah, but we healed him a little bit.
She asked if he's being taken care of.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
no,
That
he's
depends
in
on the
jail.
way you mean that phrase.
He's alive, though.
They're taking care of him.
Yeah.
I feel like we should say Benny.
Scrap the rest of the game and any other things that we wanted to do.
Let's
New
just
plan.
new plan.
New
This-
plan.
Gotta
Fuck Prince
save
Overhead.
Benny.
Yeah.
It's the love story.
This do our contract of do
It's
this or
so
go to jail.
mild.
Gotta
There's no.
save
There
Benny.
was one date.
Can we just put a pin in that and circle back?
Which means
when we're done with
100%
whatever we are
romantic
doing?
success.
Sure. Yes.
But I think it is a little bit going to be, if we're talking as if we're in the short rest.
Sure.
The time is of the essence. Someone's got to go get
Benny.
300 gold worth of diamond dust for me to revivify
Okay.
Lulu if we're going to kill her.
Sounds good.
Also, are you cool with us killing her?
Yeah, to DM her? Yeah.
Hi, Lulu.
Oh yeah.
I'm okay with the DM-bring plan.
Lulu's like,
Mimi's been killed, Baz has been killed.
mm.
It's whatever at this point.
I've got a pretty good success rate.
I'm feeling like we had the pet cemetery thing hasn't happened, so.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
I'm fine for now. I
Until
guess.
Kyle says otherwise.
Yeah. Until Kyle's like, you're a zombie, actually.
Yeah.
That's what you need brains.
Everybody leave the room.
Might
except
as
for
well
Baz.
give it a try.
I hate it. I hate when that happens. But I also hate leaving the room. So if you could just
No winning.
if you could just verbalize every thought you had, that would be excellent. Thank you so much. I'm really glad to know where I stand. Thanks.
No secrets. Secrets are no fun.
Someone.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just pick classic clip. Let's pick up from there. So you have teleported through the plants, and you are now within.
Plantaported. Transplanted.
Transplanted!
You were transplanted
Transplantation.
into a room that smells of a lot of greenery and like floral smells and things like that.
Nice.
Herbal oasis.
Looking around, did we just
Oh, we gone.
get disconnected?
Yeah, we're no longer live. Well, what do we see?
Oh yeah, I see
nothing.
your...
We see a guy whose face is upset.
Yeah,
This
We see
guy.
a bunch of drop
Yeah.
frames. Oh, we're recording.
Oh no!
Arnar!
Mobius is
Please.
reconnected.
Oh,
Be our
Litter
mystery.
Dragon also says
Reconnection.
Arnar.
We're back.
We're back. Arnar!
Some technical
Alright.
difficulties. We'll
Must
edit
have
that
been
out.
an internet issue.
We can edit that out.
Yeah.
Future Josh,
Network
edit this.
Connectivity issues.
Leslie, type your symptoms.
Here it is.
All right. So, hi, Litter Dragon. You are in a room that's sort of perpetually like dusk or twilight time, where like mushrooms are growing. There's just like steamy. It's very sort of rainforest feel a little bit in here. Moss kind of growing on the walls. Vines kind of hanging from the ceiling.
Sounds nice.
And
I mean, sounds like snakes might live there, but.
yeah, you are now currently in the inner sanctum of the druids. So this is where they like grow all their ingredients for their potion making and things like that.
Are any of the
Lovely.
mushrooms sentient?
It's a
No.
garden. Are any of the plants sentient?
Is that what you guys want to be doing right now?
No.
No, I just.
Talking to
Are
all
they-
the plants to see if they answer back.
Am I aware of
Yes.
if are any diamonds in the druid sanctum?
There would not be any.
Okay,
You know what?
So,
I communicate that.
What if we did ask every plant?
Well, we are we are as safe as we are going to be, so we can just go find the quartermaster or find a particular cleric who would be near these resources. Yes?
I can still cast Hold Person, so I should probably stay with Lulu, probably stay with you here with her. Do two people want to run?
And I
the-
should stay with Lulu too.
I am more than happy to
You
track
could go
down
run and try to-
diamonds. Yes.
Yeah,
Split
let's
the party!
Split the party. That sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
Adventure
It's not the
time.
first
I
time
agree.
we've done it in this castle.
I agree, for this is the safest location we could be in.
So
So we're gonna go run somewhere.
To
do
go
we
get
know where
diamonds.
do we know where the quartermaster is? For
We need
the
a
castle.
diamond master. We don't
Isn't
need
a quarter
quarters.
What
master.
time is it?
it's about 4 p.m.
So we have like some time.
Why don't we just call the prince? Maybe
'Cause it's not
he'll
10 o'clock.
answer anyway, because he needs us back ASAP. And we say, "Oh,
we are here."
yoo-hoo,
And he has
bring us
lots of
some
diamonds. That's a good point. That's a good
You
point.
think he's gonna
I love
just
that point.
gift us some diamonds?
Yes,
I think
darling.
he didn't give us any money for our business expenses for this business trip.
You're
And so
correct.
He didn't.
He owes us some reimbursement.
I'd say he owes us plenty of diamonds.
At the same time, we also brought an Ember back with us.
In the
Oh, but she's my granddaughter. He won't mind.
How about you call him?
I'd be happy to.
Mhm.
Delighted.
Here
Okay.
you go.
We give her the
Beep,
sending
boop,
stone.
beep, boop, beep.
Hi, Prince Over, I love you.
I don't think they have
No answer.
buttons nowadays.
There's no answer at the other end of the sending
Is there a
stone.
voicemail? Oh, shoot.
That's not how the stone works.
Alright, well,
It would have been a nice
so we don't know the
voicemail.
quartermaster
The
or
best thing that you've seen is sort of
Really
like
jeweler.
the head of the head of the staff and he can be found sort of in the like at the top of the stairs, sort of like a concierge situation.
I would definitely go there.
Okay.
He would know better than anyone.
And he says, you can try the jeweler's shop down the street.
That's what I just said, Gyrus.
Thank you for confirming our suspicions. Any you wouldn't possibly know? Okay, never mind. We're off!
We're off to the jewelers.
Yes, I race you.
So it's just you two.
Mm-hmm.
I race you. You make it there first. Oh no! I shadow step.
Unlikely. You would beat me pretty easily. Yeah.
Yeah, your speed is like 40, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a lumbering robot.
Oh no.
Because I don't have ski with me.
The horses are munching on something up there in that.
Yeah, I don't know if.
Wait, are they horses or is Ski still a mouse?
Oh, polymorph doesn't last.
Yeah, I think she's because it's been you had a whole short rest and everything.
And we went on a journey.
Yeah.
So he would have gone on.
Okay.
Yeah, she and Gus just like with us.
While
Yeah, we
while
saw
these two are out looking for diamonds, it's going to take them probably an hour to get back, to go and get back. What are the rest of you guys doing? Just
Show
hanging
us
out?
around the castle, Willow.
We're gonna stay in the sanctum.
Lovely. Show us the plans. Talk to me about the plans.
Talk to every plant and see if they're sent.
The and this particular room, because it's a vulnerability in the castle, is the door has an arcane lock on it that only the druid and the druid's apprentice knows.
Okay. It's like, then how do we get out?
Yeah, no. Well, and maybe a couple other people in the castle, but it's privileged information, and but that's just a note. That's all.
It's a great place to leave Lulu if we need to leave Lulu.
Did you want to talk to your estranged granddaughter?
She's
You notice. Well, I mean, it's been maybe a minute. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while since we chatted.
The people with the higher perception noticed like Mimsy just like constantly looking over at Lulu,
Yeah, like wanting.
and like Lulu
recognition.
is like head down, like shoulders kind of shrugged, just sad.
be caring about.
I just go up and hug Lulu.
Okay.
Does she hug me back? She okay
Not
with me?
really. She's kind of.
She's been like told to kill us essentially.
Isn't she
like
a person?
when you try to talk to her, she like tries to communicate
Yeah, but she's
back,
been, like,
but she's
embedded
kind
in
of
us.
her mind is currently fractured between the control of Eris Vint and what he told her to do
Yeah.
and what you told her to do. You're both kind of in control of her, and so her brain and ability to function is
Yeah,
pretty
it's like
limited.
Peeta in the Hunger Games. He wants to kill her.
Oh,
Sure.
That's good.
I'll still you guys for sure.
Only one
Family
can
and a
win.
boy.
Does Mimsy try to talk to her at all?
She does, but to no effect. Unfortunately.
What is Lulu's favorite song? Maybe you could sing it.
Ooh, can I? Would I be delighted to?
Maybe this is an
Roll a
opportunity
history.
for palliative
Roll a history
care.
check.
History check.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, so I know how much. Ooh, I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Plus something. I'm sorry. This website sometimes.
Roll a
just
performance check.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't either.
You know it never breaks down.
I know, a piece
Paper
of paper.
sheets.
Yes.
Okay,
They never.
the
break
history
down.
was
over
21,
time.
and what am I rolling?
Performance.
Performance check.
13
Non-binary.
plus 12.
What would you roll?
13 plus 12.
Okay.
25.
Plus 12.
She's a bard?
What instruments are you playing?
A flute.
All right, you're a flautist.
I'm a flautist.
From the fiddlesticks.
I do quite a bit of dancing. You do?
Oh my gosh. I can just picture
What?
like the knees
Yes,
to
with
your
my
ears.
clicking the heels.
She does a lot of jumping and clicking of heels.
What kind of song do you think would be her favorite?
Oh, well. She really loved the Fiddlesticks back in their original era. She would like something from our first
Before she was
album.
Mhm.
Right.
Track 3.
Oh, yes,
Happy
my
Skipper
favorite.
teacher.
Ah, yes.
Happy Skipper. That's what it's called. Happy Skipper.
Okay, and what kind of music is this?
It's a delightful mix of jazz with flute, and I can't.
That's flute.
Jazz flute. Yes.
Gladys, you play. You play.
Yeah.
Now. You play now.
With a lady singing. Not me.
You,
Not me.
you are that lady.
No, I'm just the flute.
I'm like typical jazz.
All
She's
right.
scatting nonsense. You can't.
Again, track 3, album
She's
1.
a Scott woman.
Zibbidi-doo-bidi-ba-dow.
So,
Beep.
It sounds like that.
so you begin playing the music, and as the song progresses, you notice like she sort of like looks up at you.
In a creepy zombie way.
In a creepy zombie way.
I love that.
And then her facial expression kind of softens a little bit, and she sort of relaxes. And then she like closes her eyes really, really tightly. And you notice sort of a flash of green come across her eyes. And she's like, she's back.
Oh.
And she runs up to you, tears in her eyes, and gives you the biggest hug.
Oh, that's nice.
Whole person.
Yeah. Fully embrace her back.
Wait.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so
she's
excited to
just
see her.
like
She's
like
crying. I'm crying.
shaking, like trembling like a
Closed room right
And
now.
does Mimi come join too?
Mimi?
Mimsy. Sorry, Mimsy.
Mimsy Turlington or
You already gave her a nickname?
So it's
It
just
wasn't
it's
really
just
good.
like a really long kind of like embrace between the two of you.
So many
she's
tears.
just,
So
and she's like
I've missed you, darling.
she's just like exhausted, both
Oh, yeah.
like tired, and she hasn't eaten in a long time, with no water in a long time.
Gosh,
plenty
poor
of
darling.
mushrooms.
And
don't
just
know if they're
emotionally just wrecked, and so she's just
Aw.
like she's just
Yeah.
exhausted.
Oh, poor thing. I give her all the rations from my bag.
Okay.
All of them. Every one of
You
them.
look over, my eyes are just bloodshot.
You're crying too.
I am sneezing.
Oh.
I am just miserable
From
in
the
this
plant.
room right now.
As you would be.
Just sniffling.
So Lulu
No, just fucking.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
Lulu releases you after a little
That was that
while,
one I rolled.
and she looks around and she sees Mimsy, and Mimsy sees her, and Lulu just runs up and gives her a big old kiss.
I love it.
And, like,
So
surprise.
this is love.
And then they're both kind of shy and embarrassed, and they look around,
So
this
Lulu casts another fireball.
is love.
and so now she can sort of relax and she'll eat, and you
So-
can maybe give her a song of rest.
So let me get this straight. We didn't need to kill Baz. We just needed to play her favorite song.
Pulled straight out of Stranger Things. No, she
Yeah,
tells you.
I'm just kidding.
it's only Kate Bush if you
Yeah,
to
running
get
at
me
that
anime.
hill. She does tell you, like, no, I can still feel him in my brain. He's still there.
Gross.
The song was great,
Mm-hmm.
but
Baz's thing.
I know,
Okay.
and I picked it up for her.
Mm.
That makes me a little bit uncomfy. So
I'm
she
feeling
still,
a little jealous.
she still has it. It just broke that suggestion spell. if you
Little
will.
barrier.
Okay.
All right, the two of you return.
How many diamonds can we get?
Diamonds.
You're able to get enough for 300 gold worth.
What
In the
about
powder form?
Am I
It
pitching
doesn't
the
need to be
gold?
powder.
Oh, it doesn't.
what
No.
about 600 gold worth?
Yeah, absolutely. You're in the rich district, so
Okay, I'll buy half and you buy half. Is that what we're doing right now?
Sure. Hang on, let me do that math.
I can redistribute some to you guys if you want.
That's fine. Jairus
I still have
has so much gold
4,000
that he needs to spend.
I had 43.86, so now I have 40.86.
Wow. Jairus has so much gold to spend. And by spend, I mean give away to the
Giveaway.
Okay, so, yeah.
Well, then, if you guys want to pay for it, that's great.
Yeah, we got it.
Beautiful. We're not even with them. So
The revivifies are not for you. If anything, everyone else should be paying for it because you're the one doing it.
Say less.
You're
So-
so creepy, dude. Ew.
Kyle made a roll. We need to figure this out.
Yeah. I'm definitely.
You're
watching.
proficient in Arcana?
I think. Wait.
So am I.
There's no more love between Lindsay and
No.
You are?
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
I would love to.
No, why?
That is a 17.
Okay.
That seems high.
You know that blindfolding
God.
can stop some things as far as like remote viewing, if you will, but scrying creates an invisible sensor.
Right.
And you could see it
We should
if
just
you
plan on
have
we're getting
something to
getting
see
spied
things
on.
that are invisible.
Maybe I
True
am
sight.
attuned
True sight.
to
True.
this
The
because
thing.
we were having.
This.
You were attuned to it.
That.
Is there a mirror?
You would know.
Plants
Druids,
like mirrors. Sure.
druids and metal do not make best fellows, which you know. Yeah, they don't. They don't wear metal armor, for instance.
Yeah, but mirrors aren't metal.
They are behind
They are.
glass.
They're in
yeah.
a yacht rock.
Well, I hate that for us.
But tell me about the water. How reflective is the water mirror?
There's water, but the spell specifically calls out a mirror.
How about a
Dang.
compact mirror?
I was gonna say,
from
I
my
feel like
purse?
Gladys would have a mirror.
But wait,
Of course she would.
I feel like she would.
Laid
definitely
in
would.
gold.
Okay,
And
that's
it's got
really
little
ornate.
diamonds all over it. Yes.
It's got like 300 gold worth of diamonds in
I
it.
actually probably does. I just don't mention it.
100%.
Oh,
That is the case.
Oh, you need a diamond!
Oh, I don't even think about the value.
I'm so
It's not,
sorry.
it's not,
She's like, I saw what happened to those other diamonds.
I
I'm
don't
not
think-
letting that happen to
This
these.
is very important. This is an amulet.
it's gauche to put a number on it.
It's ghost. Ghost.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so you have a compact mirror.
And 3 charges.
I think you'll need one.
Create a portal to the Shadowfell.
I was like, see how this goes. You absolutely split the party in a way that's irrevocable.
2 charges on a mirror is the true sight.
Okay.
Now,
No, I think it's better to just go to the shadow.
there's just like 3 charges and then it's done
Next,
forever.
and then the next morning.
Oh,
I'll print something out for next time.
The next
I just
morning,
forgot. I forgot to.
okay.
All right.
Sorry.
So you pull out the wand of shadows, if you will, and the spell hits the mirror, and the mirror sort of turns into blacky, smoky, like a cloud of ink, and then returns back to a normal, like what would be a normal mirror.
Okay.
You hold it up and look sort of behind you to look through it, and you do see a sensor floating around.
Of course. Do I know how to destroy a sensor?
You cannot unless let's see,
Can it be dispelled?
a dispel magic spell. Yeah, would probably do it.
But you can just like knock it out of the air.
but also, if we like kill Lulu, and then we bring her back, like, does the scry go away?
You know,
Are you back?
you know enough about scrying
Am I
that
back?
Are you back
you-
with us?
anybody can be scryed on at any time.
Right.
There are certain things that make the scrying easier to perform. Like if the person that you're trying to scry on is somebody you've met in person versus only heard about, that can make a big difference on how the quality of the scrying. You figure having a mental, like a psychic connection to the person probably makes it really easy to scry. And maybe even free to scry.
Yeah, sure.
And so,
This Ember business. Sucks.
so yeah, anybody can be scryed on.
Yeah.
At any time.
Okay.
But yeah, a dispel
Which
magic.
is just kind of alarming from a privacy perspective.
I really gotta lock that down in this one entirely.
So you know that with this
Needs to
sensor,
write some legislation.
you can see and hear.
Can see and hear through the scry sensor.
Mhm.
Does anyone have dispel magic? Who's like really good at magic?
Not us. Good thing we're not there.
Oh, I thought we were back with the
Oh, are we
diamonds.
back with the diamonds?
Sure.
Okay, we're back with the diamonds. Still not us.
I'm good at
Negative
doing
on
magic,
dispelling
not
magic.
undoing magic.
Well, that doesn't seem overly helpful in demand.
I could suggest it to stop doing
Not
magic.
even the druid
Does that work?
No.
Dispel magic will get rid of the sensor.
I don't have Dispel Magic.
Willow? Nope. That's unfortunate.
But I bet.
the master druid.
I bet. Maybe the master druid.
Maybe we could give him a
But
quick
also-
little buzz.
Could we?
I mean, should we just do the thing first and then?
Well, he's gonna see us do it if he's scrying,
But
right?
Oh,
he knows we
knows.
know that we know, and we.
He knows we know we know.
There's very little that we can assume he doesn't know, and we should just move forward with the plan that we understand is good.
That way he
anyway.
doesn't
Diamonds
see
have already been purchased
the-
anyway?
Yes.
Ah, let's carry on talking about plans.
That way he also doesn't see all of our goings on about the castle.
But won't.
Yeah, we'll just stay here with the plans.
We'll do.
We'll
if we
kill
if we kill
and
Lulu
revivify
now.
her.
Sorry, Lulu.
Right.
If you were not privy to this conversation before.
She's aware.
Okay.
She pro?
I assume she's pro getting it out of her head.
Yeah.
If we go forward with that,
I don't know. What if
and
she
then
loved the
if
embers?
there are a number of repositories of magical objects, yes, in this castle, so perhaps a scroll that could allow us to dispel would be found.
Who's got the highest intelligence?
Lol.
No one
No
at
one.
this party.
I have a
I thought
plus-
somebody has a
plus
plus
one.
one. Yeah.
I think I have a +1 in
Slightly above
intelligence.
zero.
Also plus one.
This
But
table's plus
I-
one.
I do
I
remember
lied.
something.
Mine's a
The
minus
men
one.
are the men are average.
We have plus
And
one.
the women
It's
No,
okay.
I have a
You
minus
can
one.
probably say.
Yeah,
When we went
Oh,
near
yeah,
the
yeah.
prince's, remember when you set off the whole anti-magic stuff?
That's right. That's right.
Huh?
You cast detect magic, and sort of an alarm went off.
Yeah.
Roll a whoever has a plus one, just roll a history check real quick.
14.
+1?
14. Yeah,
We're
that's
all
fine.
super smart.
You know that you've been in a room in this castle that you cannot scry in.
True.
You guys remember the room?
Yes, it is the Star Chamber.
Yes, the one that would
The
be
Situation
better
Room?
if it was actually outside.
It's
Because it's made to look like it's outside.
Oh, what a wonderful room that was. Great
Yes.
time when we first
However,
met.
in order to activate that, we need a particular object.
And human, right?
Well, if the object is upon that human, yes.
Oh, the prince.
Prince's ring.
The
Signet
prince? Yes, the prince.
With the king's in it.
Shall I call him again?
What time is it?
Yeah.
Do we know where
It's
Prince
exactly
Alfred-
15 minutes.
Do we know where the chambers are? Where his chambers are?
You know how to get there.
Because we can just go knock.
You could go.
But should we? Should we
You know
just-
where the council room.
Should we sever
No,
the
I'm
psychic
asking his
connection
Oh,
first
you wouldn't.
and then
You wouldn't
deal
necessarily
with?
know that. No.
Okay.
Yeah, but
We sever the psychic connection and then we deal with the.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely. I'm just
Okay.
simply saying it.
so we just.
But
need to
we
wait
also
for him to
understand that the sensor will not leave just because we kill Lulu.
come back. Oh,
Right, we're gonna bring you back, Lulu. Don't worry.
She's not.
Great.
She saw you guys do this to Mimsy, I think.
And Baz,
me.
probably.
Or back. Yeah, perfect.
Both.
So you perform the de-emberization
Aha.
on Lulu. She lays down and Mimsy holds her hand
Oh,
and
Turn away,
Tender.
Mimsy.
tender.
It's cute.
Turn
And,
away. This is not for tender.
the spell takes place. A few minutes go by. She comes back. We're going to roll an injury table unless
I don't think he has another heal yet.
At the moment, I don't. You do low level healing, but
why did I not save that before?
it's down.
Before we do it, I surreptitiously ask Mimsy if there is a particular kind of scar that she thinks looks good.
Chicks think scars.
I don't know if there's a if she's like,
Piercing or slashing damage? You do it? Who
yeah,
does this?
I mean, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Like what?
Strangle?
No, yeah, no, preferably not.
Eye contact, strangle.
Okay, that requires
Shove
a
my
lot
fist down her throat.
Okay, so
of
slashing.
concentration.
He just sits on her.
I'm
First
just
of all.
asking.
Slashing. Roll a d20.
I mean, okay. 19 plus.
Oh, it's just a standard d20. It's just a
Yeah, 19.
19.
Oh, for the injury
Uh-huh.
table.
She gets a minor scar. The scar doesn't have any adverse effect. Magical healing of 6th level or higher, such as heal or regenerate, removes the scar.
From downtown, I called it. Oh my god.
Okay, so she comes to. The sensor is still there, but you also remember that the scrying doesn't last forever. After a few minutes, it disappears.
Ah, beautiful. We could stay a few more
You think
minutes
about it,
here.
that was probably about 10 minutes. Scrying lasts
Sounds
10
right.
minutes.
Sounds right. I mean, I don't know what a demigod can do. Maybe it lasts longer. I don't know.
How long does my mirror show true sight? Well, how long?
Always.
Once you cast it.
Until it's cracked, in which case it loses its spell.
Lovely.
Sorry, you cast it one time,
On a
you
mirror?
used on a mirror, and that
Forever
mirror
true sight.
forever has true sight.
Oh no.
That's dope as fuck.
But does that?
Is get yourself a compact.
But does that work? How does that work for makeup? Like, if it's true sight, does it go
Oh,
through the makeup, and
shit.
so you're like putting on makeup, and it just looks like it's doing nothing, and
Oh.
he's like
Makeup on
taking
you.
it on you, and he just can't
Is it
tell.
not
What a
makeup?
question!
How does
No,
Gyrus know
that
about
isn't-
makeup?
That is not the case.
Only if the makeup
Cyrus
is magical
raised
makeup.
It sees
children
through-
with a noble family.
It just sees
It
magic.
sees through shape change and magic illusion.
I am just pleased as punch to have this compact. Thank you, darling.
You have to use
What is
it
she
for
more
good.
pleased about? Lulu being okay, or your magic compact?
Ugh,
I don't know. It's a real
it's
toss
been a
Wow,
good
magic.
day.
You had to use your thing to.
Yeah, so you killed Lulu.
Yeah.
I need to fuse a second and a first into a third to cast.
If this goes off, I
Bye-bye.
swear to God, I'm cutting your hand off.
Roll a d100.
Wait, why?
Because it's making
What do you have to roll?
he used
He
the
had to-
stone to combine spell slots,
Oh.
so it's causing a wild magic effect.
Oh.
If something goes bad, this is like
We're
you don't
not
wait.
cutting off Endymion's
We
hands.
are not correct.
You
I
are not
am.
cutting off Endymion's hands.
So I haven't done this
No.
in a while. 62.
One hand.
He only has
I need
one.
page 2.
And
We're
he
not-
will still have it.
62 is.
A wild
For the
bear
next
appears.
minute, you must shout when you speak.
Oh, yes! That work? Sorry,
Yes.
trying to
You don't have a speech impediment, you just have to shout.
yeah.
Yeah!
It's like you had Novocaine or something.
I was trying not to yell at the mic.
Oh, I see.
Hilarious.
Yo, just
We're all right.
What do you mean?
Yes, Endymion, we're all right here.
Okay!
We can use our quiet voice because we're all in the same room.
Gotcha!
that is the wildest side effect.
What?
You heard me. You're not deaf.
Yeah,
You're right! Am I yelling?
Yeah.
This
You
is-
know you're yelling.
Fuck!
Everyone knows you're yelling, which is why you can use a quiet voice.
I'm trying!
What are we yelling about?
I don't know!
Could you try harder?
A minute has
perhaps?
passed and your volume goes back down to normal.
Okay.
Kyle's like,
Voice
"Thank
modulation.
Control the
Able to
volume of
control
my voice.
my voice.
Okay. So you now have a no longer scryed upon, no longer embered Lulu.
Yay, Lulu.
Lulu, bad news. Your shop is not in good shape.
She knows.
Lulu.
I know. I saw what happened. They tried to get me, but I got out of there.
Lulu, like, how long have you not been wanting to be an Ember? Because it was, like, pretty
much-
immediate.
Pretty much when the riots happened and they murdered almost all of the shopkeepers and took all of everyone's things.
And darling, what happened to you?
I escaped, barely.
And what?
Well, wait,
And I've been
what'd you
trying
do?
to I've been trying to get anyone who was interested in leaving the Embers out of the city. They have you saw the city is locked down.
Yes.
So me and a few people who I trusted, we used some magical means to burrow underneath the wall, the city wall.
Oh.
And so we had sort of a
Were those?
What happened?
Yeah.
Did they catch you, or like, because there was some fireball? I don't know if you like remember.
No,
but-
you guys, we were traveling through the woods, and then you guys just showed up, and then all of a sudden, in my head, I heard him say, kill all of you guys.
Thad's in the zits.
I guess I was lucky that you guys showed up.
I would say
We're
so.
lucky because we missed you.
Sorry about
Oh,
the
darling, I
fireballs.
feel very lucky.
Sorry about the fireballs.
Wait,
It's
how did
okay.
you become an ember though?
She believed,
I
like
was-
the rest of
I was
us.
an ember.
Willow.
She was an ember for a long time.
Remember, you guys came to the shop, and you were
Wow.
like, hey, what's the ember? Oh,
Willow
right
wasn't there.
Willow wasn't there, but Willow,
you guys
we all
remember.
believed in a better world, man. So like,
It was an
I
enticing
just,
offer.
yeah, we're not just like stupid.
So you
no.
didn't get in trouble with the embers
What?
for reasons.
Ray had a conversation with me.
Oh, okay.
No, what do you mean?
Oh, about what, darling?
Water under the bridge, no problem.
What is water under the... What happened?
Nothing.
Should we revisit it?
Water
Where-
is very important.
Yeah, should we?
Where,
Should
where is your sister
we?
anyway?
What happened?
Where's your sister anyway?
Starts
She
crying.
nobly sacrificed herself.
Everyone's just,
No.
it's been a
That's-
whole day since she's brought it up. We're
That's
making progress.
crying
Just
like in
actual,
an anime where the tears
yeah,
are
exactly.
coming this
That's
way.
exactly what it is.
We're all just like, oh my god.
It's not like the wavy
my
ones
God.
down here. It's like
no, yeah. That's exactly what I
Ugly
pictured
cry.
too.
That's her only speed.
The king's druid walks in, and it's
Sees
another
that.
furball, and it's like,
Why are you?
please don't. The salt water is bad for the plants.
Baz cries harder.
Willow,
Fill the place.
Willow, please leave.
Oh my god, hilarious.
I ask him to sign a piece of paper.
No,
But it's for her well-being.
please leave.
It will stop her from crying. I swear.
This is a very important place, and your horses are defecating everywhere.
Our horses
We'll
are
use
here.
it,
My
but please, please leave.
my horse does not defecate.
We'll use
She is Fey.
That I think Faye still
Just kind
doesn't.
of nudge.
Don't you think?
He
it
ushers.
along.
I think
He ushers you out of this place.
In a
And out we
hallway
go.
with two
And now you have
horses.
To be-
two horses in a
to
castle.
be fair,
Pegasus.
the Pegasus. Yeah,
Should I polymorph
Pegasus.
both of them?
Well,
No,
the Pegasus can be dispelled at your
I'll
command.
dispel Gus.
Yeah, but she's really against that.
She really doesn't
I know.
want to. Gus
Gus,
is vital.
I'm sorry.
He is gorgeous.
You hold
I
him
do.
by the
I
face.
know. I give. Can
By
you
the
imagine
snoot.
kissing that gorgeous Pegasus?
And then you have to look him in the eyeballs and be like, "It's gonna be fine." And then you touch foreheads.
And he literally grumbles. He's like so annoyed at me. And would you like me to polymorph?
No.
You can lead
Yeah, she's
Shki
fine.
out of the castle down
Yeah.
to the stables.
What? You're not gonna bring her into the situation room with us? That feels like a missed opportunity.
It will not be let into anywhere.
Kyle,
You are
this
escorted
is
out
made
of
up.
the castle.
The horse can come. This is made
No.
up.
You cannot.
I have a druid that, or whoever that we pass, cast speak with animals.
Mhm.
We talk to her. She says she has no interest in politics.
Okay.
And that she just wants to go outside.
Okay, well, if she makes the decision, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Can I? Do you have a photo, Shki? Can I see
There's a
again?
printout right now.
I love her. She's mermaid horse.
Oh my gosh, yes, when she does this.
She's very like.
Right there.
Oh, thanks.
Look at her! A model mermaid. A mer horse.
Majestic.
Anyway, she's
her
gone,
and Gus
we're
are gonna
going
have the prettiest
somewhere.
babies.
Okay. All right. So you are
Most
in the
dangerous
castle.
babies.
It's about
So dangerous.
it's about 6 p.m. What is the plan?
Well, we need to eat.
It's like, shh. You do?
You do. It's about 6 p.m. It's dinner time.
Right.
We've been on the run.
Yeah, look
No
at
shrimp.
Lulu
All of
and-
you biologicals need to eat.
What do you mean? That's
Lulu
why we
and-
come here for the shrimp.
Yeah, Lulu's only had like snacks. She would love a real time.
And Lulu and Mimsy are like, they mentioned to you like, we're really underdressed.
Oh well.
We stop by our former apartments and pick up some clothes for them.
Hey,
No, don't we have
You
magical
have-
like? Don't we have a whole set of clothes too?
You have guest rooms at your leisure.
Yes.
And the concierge gave you guys fine clothing.
Yeah.
Right.
So they can do this. They can do the same, and you can let everybody know that they're with you and they'll be staying with you, and now they have access to some of the castle where they can go wander the museum area and the library and have fine dining in the.
Listen,
Nice.
all you can eat
I will
is
also
on. Right
inform
now, all you can
the
eat
concierge
shrimps.
that we are
is
returned,
on.
and whenever the prince is ready to have audience with us,
He tells you
He
that
can find us.
Yeah.
he tells you that he's out with Lady Lizana. He's out of the castle.
He's
right
having
now.
lasagna for dinner.
He'll let you know.
Gross.
That's the second time you've said that.
Gross, dude. And
It
it's gross
doesn't
every
get
time.
less gross. Listen,
Also, we. Yeah,
I'm hungry. Can we go get some shrimps?
you can do whatever you want.
I'm
You're
gonna go
grown
get
and
some
invested,
shrimps.
I'm
Are
not
you
your
allergic
father.
to shrimp, or do you just always eat like 100?
What are you talking about? I'm not allergic to shrimp.
Do you know how allergies work? Usually allergies don't make you overeat.
Are you gonna throw another shrimp at lasagna?
Well,
she's not
she's
here.
not
She's
here.
not
It
at the
depends.
house.
If she walks in here all,
Yeah,
then I probably
If she-
will.
Tweety.
What is it like? We all get dressed up?
You can.
We
What
dress for
is it?
dinner?
Hey, see, what do you guys want to do? You
Let's-
tell me.
I would be delighted to dress for dinner.
Fancy dinner party.
Who's gonna be at dinner? Oh, I love a dinner party.
So there's no
And I start dancing with you.
there's no like scheduled party or anything. You guys just happened out of nowhere at the castle.
No, yeah, we're
Um,
the dinner party.
And we're just
you can be the dinner party, absolutely.
Yes.
There are people in the lounge, as there always are in,
Yep.
in these kinds of places.
Where
I
magic
order-
doesn't be
Distant
done.
relations, business people who want to rub elbows.
I order a shrimp cocktail as an appetizer.
Is
But did we get dressed?
yes, we
Nice.
got dressed.
You got dressed nicely.
I order a
Had
shrimp
a nice
cocktail.
oil bath. Great. Is
Had a nice oil bath.
Finnick.
Oh, dare?
No.
No, the guy.
He's in this
The
campaign.
halfling.
Tag the toes. No.
No, that's the no. The halfling bard. Finnick.
The frogman.
Yeah.
Hang on. I know his name somewhere.
I don't think it's fitting.
It is Finnick.
I believe.
It's
Taggletoes?
Finnick. It's not Taggletoes, but that is a good last name.
Cumber smash.
Cumber. No, that's not it either. Finnick.
We'll say yes.
Bandersnatch Cumberbund.
No, it's Finnick has a real name. He's with us.
Reed Hollow.
Reed Hollow.
It is. Oh, I'm thinking Alpit.
Yeah, that's the gnome.
Finnick Reed Hollow. The bard
I
halfling.
was right.
Where
Is he here?
That?
He is here.
I am going to, whether he wants to or not, whether he wants to listen or not, I'm going to regale him with everything we've done so that he can write it down and turn it into song.
Okay, you go sidle up with him. He's kind of amused that you're there, and happy to hear your story. It's very interesting.
I'm sure you want exclusive rights to the Ballad of the Charisma Company.
He says, sure, hands you a piece of paper and says, please sign this. It's like, great, I own all of your stories now. And likenesses.
I'm sorry that you're not feeling well.
Oh, Gyrus.
I have no power to sign that over. What are you talking about?
Henrietta.
She there?
Didn't she?
Yeah,
She's there?
yeah, she's been there this whole time.
I check my moon chart.
Guy?
What phase of the moon is it?
Interest you in some shrimps?
Sorry?
What phase of the moon is it? I check my chart.
You're good.
That's
good.
the first thing you do. I like that, yeah.
Wait. When we were short resting, we would have discussed how we would handle our interactions with Henrietta, who we know is the brother of the person who's behind the
Sister.
poisoning.
Nope. Oh yeah, we do.
Yes,
it
yes,
is. It is.
we
What's his name?
do.
It's what's his butt?
Heideldie. No.
No, he's
That's
dead.
King.
It's
Names.
Max.
Max.
It's Taggletoes.
Shannon's now wearing black.
Maximilian.
Yeah, and now I'm
right?
wearing black. No.
Maxwell died.
Maxwell. Thank you.
Maximilian felt 2 on the nose.
Okay.
Henrietta and Maxwell.
I like
Our
Taggletoes.
bros and sis.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Why don't you guys have a little chat
We
about
have-
how you're going to handle
we
this?
did already
information?
kill one of her siblings, so
Who should lead with that?
If you want her remains for burial purposes, I'll show you where we buried her head,
We should.
Assuming
which
it's
is
still
what
there.
you did right away.
Yeah, hide the evidence.
Yeah,
Number
lead
one.
with
I feel
that.
like that was the correct thing to
it
do.
was
Kinda.
absolutely the
Let's-
right thing.
Let's go to the castle with
did
the
it
fucking
res-
head of a die.
We did it.
That's gonna grow
We
great.
have a lot of other
Respectfully.
heads, but sure.
We
Huh?
did it respectfully.
We
and
did.
I said the rights.
You said words. So how are you going to handle this conversation, or what would be the plan? Would you talk to her? Would you talk to someone else? What are you going to do?
If we encounter her, the best way forward. What am I saying? Honesty is the best policy.
I would say she doesn't bite, but
Baz is just eating shrimp.
She does. Honesty.
Has
This
Gladys ever met
conversation
Henrietta?
happened before then, but sure.
Damn it!
She's still eating shrimp. It doesn't matter.
I conjure her
What?
gun.
Has
What
Gladys ever met Henrietta?
I mean, has Gladys
No,
How-
I don't think
maybe
so.
maybe
Unless she hasn't.
maybe
past
years and
life.
years ago
in
from
passing or
traveling and playing music, maybe acquaintances.
Is she a fan?
I could be a fan of hers. You never know.
So back to the question:
We-
what's the plan with
Yeah,
this
what is the
information?
plan?
How are you going to handle that?
Tenderly.
Well, she wants us to
Delicately.
I'm
I can
not-
bring it up.
I'm
You're
not
like
sh-
Henrietta. It's
I'm
been
not
ages.
sh- Well, we were sent here to gather information, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So just present the information.
Hey Henrietta, what's up? Maxwell is poisoning the water hole?
well,
Yes.
you could be a little more delicate. Remember the sugar cookie, jalapeno.
Yeah.
So we were just at Albersea, and boy howdy, Amber.
Somebody poisoned the water hole.
Howdy who? Guess who it was?
Sure.
It was your
Bury the
relation.
lead. Bury the lead. We could
By
be
the way, we
hey,
killed your sister."
Embers are in charge.
A
But
long
there's
time.
some old guards still
Also,
happening. Also,
Your brother is alive.
that would be a
Oh,
great thing
yes.
to bring up.
Well, you're charismatic. You talk to her then.
I'll talk to her.
Look at her.
We
Look
both
at her.
can-
Yes.
Wait, you want?
Tell her about
you want
the
me?
coin with her name on
Sneaky.
it.
Sneakiest
no,
boots.
We.
You
can.
want coin with her name on it?
To handle this conversation.
Right.
No.
I will speak to her.
Okay.
You guys can all stand at the bar eating, stuffing your face with shrimps.
I love
I-
shrimps.
I can stuff shrimp into my
Charisma
face.
is
Yes.
high.
All right.
So much Riz.
So much.
So
Riz.
much
Okay,
She's a
so-
bard, it's got-
So you go to the sort of lounge eating area, where you're served whatever food and drink you prefer.
Shrimp. It's all you can eat. It's on right now.
Henrietta walks in.
Dropped right out.
Henrietta walks in and sees you and makes a very elegant beeline to you. You
Oh,
stand
I like
up
it.
She's beautiful.
and guide her over to Shay's lounge.
I say hi, Henrietta, but with a mouthful of her like, "Hey, what up?"
She nods to you.
I say, Henrietta, darling. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Gladys.
So what I said was, he stands up and intercepts her and
Oh,
guides her
of course.
over to.
Take her away from the problems.
Oh, I thought you were
I
at Shay's
can
lounge.
wave.
Sorry,
and
I thought you brought her to our lounge area.
No.
I'm really likable, Endymion. Okay.
I was fully ready, and then you burned into tear.
Ah,
God.
And so she sits down with you and says, "I'm surprised to see you here so soon."
Yeah, we had to get out of there fairly quick.
Were you arrested by her beauty?
But you did make it.
I want to
We
know.
did make it back.
You made it to Alvesy and back in 3 days' time. And
What? No.
Run
Yeah.
fast.
you got there in 2 days and teleported most of the way back.
Got there into but we were in Alversea for several days. I thought.
2 days, but anyways.
Whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
We did end up having to teleport back fairly quickly. So
So, what did you learn, right now?
town's not doing great.
It's not on fire.
Not actively. There are fires.
But it was.
For sure. Embers are doing a job. Not the best job. People don't seem to be super happy or well fed.
But they are in charge.
Yes, unfortunately. But it does seem to be some turmoil within the city.
I would imagine.
There is a regiment of what we've heard described as the Old Guard. Right, that's what I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
Kind
It
of
wasn't
in
a
the-
technical term. It was just a way to describe the monarchies.
Okay. Yeah, it was Old Guard or New Order?
That was just a turn of phrase that he used. That's not like a
capital.
Yeah. I'll just make sure I was not doing it wrong things in my head. Yeah. Yeah, because it seems like, a major focus of the Embers was the Fox Ears. And, the Old Guard, as it were. But, yeah, town's not doing great, but, before we did leave, we did get word that it sounds like your brother is still alive. Maxwell?
Maxwell's alive.
That's what we heard. Didn't see it myself.
Who told you that?
Well, we met a shady fellow and, got some information before we were...
And whose name? What was the name of the individual?
I don't remember off the top of my head. We had to run out of town fairly quickly.
Huey.
Huey.
Yeah, but aren't we not? You're purposely not telling her.
Yeah, I'm just fibbing right now. But
okay. Make a deception check versus her.
Natural
Yeah,
one.
deception.
17.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I was part of the last part because,
Did you find the information credible? This shady individual? Or were they just trying to get one over on you?
I mean, kind of all of our lives were on the line, trying to escape the city, so,
Why'd you need to escape?
well, the Embers learned that we were there, and Aerosvent did everything in his power to, capture and kill us. So.
Why does Aerosvent want you dead?
Oh, that's a long story. He's kind of trying to take over the world. Trying to not have that happen, kind of, stuff.
All right. What else did this shady character say about my brother?
For the most part, he had a connection with him. I don't know. We were trying to get all the information that we could, but then we were ordered to come back. So, we were trying to, give that information to the prince, but he was just adamant about getting us back here. So we got back as soon as we could.
What, did he say where Maxwell may be?
It sounds like he's in the city. I don't know. I would assume he's part of this regiment of the Old Guard, like leading.
You keep saying Old Guard.
It was the term used by the Fox Ears, which I assume it's probably your family.
Sure.
And the old Guard.
Aristocracy.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Trying to gain power back from the Embers.
Telepathically
Interesting.
Did
you notice any? You mentioned turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of turmoil?
Sorry, what's
there?
Sorry.
You said there was turmoil in the city. Was there an uprising of some sort? Are they longing for the Dyes to return? What? How many people?
I mean, that's kind of the problem. It seems like the normal people are struggling. In fact, I'm just gonna say it. It seems like there's no food. The Embers are struggling to rule, and the water holes, like wells, keep getting poisoned. The water holes. Sorry.
Water wolves.
They're getting poisoned.
Mm-hmm. And
by nefarious activity, or just by dint of poor maintenance?
That's what we were trying to find out, and we were on the path to getting it figured out when we needed to get, out of town for the sake of our lives. But the name that popped up with that nefarious figure, they said your brother's name.
Wait, say that again?
Okay. And I'll just correct myself. The character we had connections with we caught him trying to poison the water hole.
I see.
Poison.
And
well.
he has ties to my brother?
We were trying to get contacts of who he was working with, why he was doing this, and he said your brother's name. The only connection I can make is...
Careful what you say next.
Trying to be very careful. It seems there's a power struggle within the city. Fox Ears, the Embers, Old Guard, and he, this nefarious figure, was poisoning the wells, seemingly by the order of...
How did you come across this individual? How did you learn that he was poisoning the wells?
She knows. She's a part of it.
She probably is.
We caught him in the act,
I see.
and
That'll do it.
Well, a beast that is cornered will probably do anything to get out of the punishment that I'm sure he would have earned, and that right quick.
and I'm not here to point fingers. I'm just giving you the information that it sounds like your brother's alive, and there's certainly turmoil in Alversea, and...
Well, we can disregard the nefarious, ridiculous claims of a person who tries to poison innocent people. Unless you can name him and we can question him. We can find him and question him. But you already said you don't have his name. So...
We were truly getting attacked by the entire horde of Embers.
You will give all of this information as well as the description of the individual to the leader of the King's Guard.
Yeah.
So that they can try and track down this individual.
We were in the process of giving that information to the prince. He was adamant about getting us back, so...
Very well. Well, this is a lot to take in.
It's a lot.
Thank you for the information. So far, it's all just hearsay of some psycho that is trying to kill innocent people, so I won't put much stock behind.
That's just the information that was given to us.
I understand. And I will leave you here.
Okay. Yeah.
She thanks you and stands up and walks out.
I guess,
Well,
would
that
I have
was
noticed
funny.
anything odd about me when I called her out with that?
Maybe roll an
You can
insight
roll an
check.
insight check.
Roll an insight check.
This is D&D.
I know.
We roll dice.
Dice and dice.
13.
Dice and
Okay.
dice.
Disappointment.
Dice and death.
You've got what you got.
Dice.
We got.
From across the room, if I'm watching perceptively, could I do a perception check to notice how she seems to be
Roll a perception check.
reacting?
I'm watching across the room perceptively.
She's silent perception.
Yeah. Fuck off.
Romance.
22, 26.
Okay. You see her demeanor sort of go from attentive and sort of intrigued and optimistic to dejected and yeah, just stressed. As one would be when they tell you that
Your brother's poisoning in town.
or accused of
Getting accused of.
facilitating the poisoning of innocent people.
I'd be like, well, shit, Josh. What?
So you return to the table.
I asked
How'd it go?
Damien
Good.
how his romancing of Lady Henrietta went. Were
You know,
you
it's
successful?
a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
I've heard that's a good way
I
to
throw
do
a
it.
shrimp at you.
Catch it.
Do I catch it?
No.
Deck save.
Hold an 18.
With your mouth.
Wait, save? Yeah, it's 18.
And you are complaining about his hands.
I'm not complaining.
Clearly it's fine.
Not complaining? I'm not complaining. I'm simply reminding that he only has one.
She's not exactly stoked.
Sure, would you be stoked?
No. She's definitely questioning the information and wants to know
Would you like to know more?
about
Anybody?
Huey, Dewey, Louie, whatever his name
Huey.
was. Huey.
My god.
He's a random dude.
He gave us a lot of info.
He certainly did.
We took a
Cool
lot of info.
doodads.
Yeah, you can't remember Huey?
I was running for my life.
So was I. We were all. You know
Yeah.
what? Irrelevant. Continue, please.
That's mostly it. She's a little upset we didn't just hold on to him.
Well, we didn't really have that as an option, so I refuse to feel bad about it.
Yeah. So just be aware we're gonna have to deal with that.
You get your appetizers and your first set of drinks.
Food.
It's another version of shrimp for Baz.
When in walks Olaroon.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
What was his
And
name again? I'm sorry.
Olaroon.
Olaroon?
Oh, LaRue.
Olaroon. Yes.
You two have
He
history.
is a little Pierce Brosnan-y,
Yeah, he's lovely.
That's what I was going for.
and he is a little,
I'm
he's
here
kind of
for it.
dreamy.
We're all here for
I
it.
lean to Gladys and I'm like, he's so dreamy.
Oh, darling.
He gives you a wink and continues walking over to the bar and sits down at the bar.
Baz does this.
Does he send her one?
Send her a bar.
Are we in the middle of it? Like, we're sitting down.
You've got food in
Politely
front of you
answer,
and
yeah.
drinking. Mhm.
Some of us are having several different kinds of shrimp.
What are we
Dipping your
having?
shrimp
What are the
in
other
wine.
options for dinner?
Whatever you
I
want.
would never
Whatever we want.
sully shrimp like that.
Ugh.
Whatever makes sense given the
Mac and cheese.
time. Absolutely.
The thing is that you don't get shrimp very often in the Shrine of the Shadows. That's what I'm saying. I say this as I'm like, the thing is, you don't very often.
Like
Coconut shrimp cocktail. Shrimp
Yes.
cocktail.
We started with shrimp cocktail. Now we're having popcorn shrimp and coconut shrimp. Then we're gonna be followed by shrimp creole
And shrimp po' boys.
and shrimp
I
po'
would
boy
like to have some
and barbecue
cheese.
shrimp.
Like just
And I'd
taking
like to
bites
have
of every type
steak.
of shrimp in one
shrimp
bite.
salad.
Yes.
Lemon shrimp.
Lemon shrimp,
scampi.
shrimp gumbo, shrimp linguine, shrimp
What do you
guys have?
po'
All right.
boy.
Steak and potatoes.
I
That
don't
is
eat
so
or drink.
boring.
Right. I'm having steak and mac and cheese.
Which I rolled, and Jairus is starting to become jealous
With
of the
scallops.
sensation of eating.
Do you want my spoon? I can eat it.
You do have. I'll say that you do have
That was
smell.
unpleasant.
You do have smell receptors. That's going to be important. That would be important,
Right.
especially
For
for
perception.
perception and like minding babies, for
Yeah,
instance.
oh, yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
stuff like that. So
Somehow I can smell, but it smells good.
Here, I'll
You're
just
getting
bring a
jealous
plate
of
up
it,
to your
though?
face.
I wish I knew what it was like to taste.
Give a sniff. Shrimps.
I do not breathe either, so I cannot actually sniff.
yeah, smell
But
receptors.
I will pantomime for
You
your
have
entertainment.
little antennae that smell for you.
Yes, I taste with my
He
tongue.
tastes with his tongue. Yeah.
I'm like, this knife isn't sharp enough. Jairus, will you sharpen it?
Yes.
All
I think that was a butter knife, but okay.
right.
Not anymore.
It's like perfectly sharp.
So
C-rated.
you continue with your dinner. Is there anything particular you needed to talk about with the group or with Mimsy or Lulu, or anything to do with Olaroon, who's sitting at the bar drinking?
I think I'll tell Lulu that about my mom.
Oh. Yeah.
That
Oh,
she's
right.
an ember.
Iris Vint has your mom. Yes.
Erisman has my mom.
She holds your hand and is like,
We both cry.
We'll get her back.
Okay, thanks, Lulu.
We'll get her back.
Crying, taking bites of shrimp.
You got you got
How
me back.
else do you
You got
achieve the
Mimsy
perfect
back. You got
level of
yourself
salt?
back. We'll get your mom back.
Thanks, Lulu.
And Lulu, darling, is there anyone else of your friends that we need to rescue?
I mean, every emperor should be rescued.
Ah, well,
That's an awful lot
as
of
a
dice.
kind. Indeed, indeed.
You think if we like kill Eris, then like all the embers will be freed?
We can only hope.
Because like, is it like one of
Can
those?
also act,
Yeah.
not just hope.
Hope will not
Also
drag a
act.
sword through his heart.
I was thinking like maybe he's one of those. You know,
Someone
it's like a
named
dog
him.
with 3 heads, but you cut off one and then one regrows.
That is an
Those are
awful
mixed
mixture
up.
of mythology.
It's not Fluffy from Harry Potter. It's
No,
Fluffy
it's
and
not.
Hercules.
Hydra?
Hydra,
How
A hydra.
aware are we of the
Cerberus?
Greek
Cerberus?
mythos here?
Hydras,
Yeah, Cerberus.
Hydras are actually a D&D
What
thing.
about
Cool.
Cerberus?
And that is all. I mean, Cerberus is not the name of it, but there, I believe, is a 3-headed dog.
Okay.
Sure.
So it wasn't like that far off.
It is in the demon, in the nine hells.
Okay.
So
But
Cerberus.
certainly the oh good. For some reason,
Hydra.
the idea of cutting off a dog's head and then having more is so
Somehow
much
worse.
more terrifying.
I don't know. Have you
We
seen
fought
that
a Hydra.
scene?
You did.
Yeah, it was scary.
Not too long ago.
everybody-
We
Everybody's
fought
talking.
a Hydra. How do you not remember that? How is
Was
that not
that
the one
this
you?
campaign?
It was in the Rift Dungeon, yes.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I would like to gather information from like the servants and all of the wait staff, and just like, what have they been noticing about the goings on the castle? Trying to get a pulse of like, what is anything noticeable
Smart.
that's different about the prince? I will not plant seeds that it's Lasagna's fault, but
You
I
are a
believe
druid, you love
it.
planting seeds.
And
What's her fault?
If anything,
his change of demeanor.
I just
don't
love
do
how
a
much
certain
like
malice you guys are associating with this person who has yet to do
Anything
anything wrong.
She's been slimy.
Also,
I just
are they
love the
married?
idea.
Gasp!
So you call over
No.
one of
Brought us
the
back from the wedding.
waiters, and start asking questions, and he keeps looking back over at what looks to be a butler, and the butler is very like from
Don't you
Downton.
dare
It's the bird butler from Downton Abbey,
and
just
he's
like
just like,
with that giant nose.
Don't you dare speak to them.
and she's like, can I get you something?
Yes, you can get me. Ooh, what is your favorite thing on this menu? Please
Get the shrimp.
describe it to me.
He like is pointing at it and like, what is it that you what?
Willow, if you want a recommendation, the shrimp is excellent.
What is going like? What have you? Anything different been going on in the castle since we last left?
So the waiter says, I'm so sorry. If there's something I can get you, I'd be happy to.
Information.
I have something to attend to.
Uh-huh.
And you try that. You try the same thing with another person who's just like, oh, well.
Fabulous.
We've seen Lady Lasagna. I'll tell you some other time.
Fabulous.
Is
I love
it-
that.
Walks away.
Can we like? Is the butler pretty obviously like?
Yeah.
Gyrus, go talk to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the butler, servant to servant.
I think
The butler.
Steadfast to
Servant to servant.
Good evening, Sir Gyrus.
That's the guy from Downton Abbey.
Ugh.
Good evening to yourself as well. I have been out of service of my previous master for some time, and I find myself missing it. If I
Well,
may.
service is a noble thing to do.
Indeed. And I found myself no longer in service against my will.
You're lacking purpose, Sir Gyrus.
I feel as though I am, yes. If you could describe in detail your day, I feel like that would scratch this itch for me.
That is a great turn of phrase you now know.
That's true, I do not itch, so.
As someone who comes from service, you know that during service hours you must attend to what is the highest of priorities. I will be happy to go through my times with you at a later time. I'll be sure to write it down and spend some time with you going over my day today. How about that, Sir Giles? Perhaps tomorrow.
Let me check my calendar. Tomorrow is open. Sounds great.
Very good.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Sir Giles?
I have been told to ask for more shrimp.
Very well. And
At the table.
he signs over to an individual and leans over and says something to him. He's like, the younger staff is like, and he says something to him and says, and he's like very furious and just like, I'm sorry, Sir Giles, but it seems we're all out of shrimp at this time.
That does not surprise me, but thank you.
It is a very popular dish
Try the
as of late.
steak.
It appears that way.
It's quite fabulous.
I haven't by the steak.
Kick some ass in the dining room. Who's not doing a break for a fucking shrimp around here?
He mentions that there's been a significant increase in demand for shrimp of late, and we weren't quite stocked with enough. Tomorrow we will have certainly remedied that problem. But as for tonight, perhaps another shellfish could do.
Not the same, but that's fine.
How about a sampler?
Very well.
Not for me.
Like it's
I
like
cannot
an
eat.
oyster, a
Mac and
lobster, just like one of each.
If that will be all, Sir Giles, I have much to do.
Actually, something just occurred to me. The castle employed Warforged. Yes? Before the event.
Of course.
Indeed.
What happened
That is the butler
to
down there.
the rest? What happened to them?
Well, the multitude of Warforged that we had 3 working Warforged.
Mm-hmm.
After the calamity that they are calling the 3 waves, they no longer functioned. We have moved them into storage until we can find a way to revive them.
Is that storage off limits, or could I perhaps have access to them?
I will be sure to inquire for you.
That would be excellent, thank you.
If that'll be all, Sir Giles.
Actually.
We could just talk to him at the bar.
I know.
I suppose that would be.
The plan,
Thank
actually.
you.
Very good.
Would it be rude of me to excuse myself to go talk to him?
Among these 4 rebels?
She's fucking.
Why are you asking me?
You gotta wave down every single person to get your shrimp.
No, I sent Gyrus to get
You're gonna
shrimp.
start shadow stepping to other tables to take their shrimp soon.
I actually
It's
wait though
not
for
dim
everybody's
lighting.
plate to be fully empty, like in between getting served dinner and dessert. I excuse myself.
Okay.
Excuse me.
You know, I can make your
Napkin.
wine taste like shrimp if you really
I
want
don't
to.
want that.
Shrimp
Will you
wine.
calm down?
Ugh.
It's like Clamato.
Oh well, you know when you think about it
I
as Bloody
don't
Mary, it's not so bad.
Want
Alright,
that.
instead it's a
And I-
shrimp
It
slushy.
is that bad.
Ew.
It is that bad.
Shrimp milkshake.
Everyone just leave me alone.
Gladys would like to walk up to.
Just throw the
Why
word.
can't I
Just
just...
throw,
Leave the shrimp
Well,
alone.
throw the
What
word
do you
chunk in there and
mean?
really. You step up and walk over to the bar. Is that what you said?
Yes. Up
It's-
to. Oh, love you.
Do you sit next to him?
The
or do you
second
go-
you
Put my fingers across it. Hello, sir.
he like moves the chair over, and before you sit down, the bartender pulls out an already ready-made drink.
Oh.
And Olaroon says,
Game.
It is still your favorite, yes?
What is
That would do it for me.
What would be your favorite?
Oh, Olaroon, it has been a bit that would have been my favorite, but I am sober. 8 years now.
What? You are?
Yes. Oh,
Sorry.
had many in my day.
That
but we're
screams from
sober.
across the room.
That cannot be true! You didn't know! You didn't know that! You didn't know!
Bombshells on bombshells.
Yes, my partying days are over, yes.
Well, we'll take care of that. And he
Thank
casts Purify Food and Drink on it,
Just makes it a mocktail.
and makes it a mocktail.
Beautiful. Thank you.
He just like down on himself.
Oh, gracious, it's lovely to see you. What have you been up to?
Game recognized.
Since 3 days ago, when we first spoke.
Yes,
It's
but we
been
didn't get to really
Well,
properly catch up.
In fact, and he looks around, I did make progress on, well, it's not something we should talk about now.
Oh.
Perhaps this evening we can have a meeting of your group and Prince Alvarez, as well as any other necessary parties, in the Situation Room, and we can discuss further.
What time?
Well, that all depends. That all depends on when Prince Alvarez will be returning.
Okay. And do you know when you don't?
I
It
am
would be why you
unfortunately
don't know.
not his keeper.
Well, we are flexible
But-
and we'll be around the castle. I'm
I'm
sure
very
you'll be able to
flexible.
find us at any time.
Fair enough. And now that I know that you're back, I'll be sure to send him a message now, in fact. And he
Ah.
casts message. I believe that it should reach. And he can
I
respond.
didn't realize we could text.
As long as he's not on another plane of existence.
It should be fine, right? Yeah. And so he casts his spell, like slowly drinking his drink. He'll be returning
Is that
at
showing
8
off?
o'clock.
Beautiful. What time is it now?
Like 6:30
Ah,
ish.
perfect timing for us to finish our dinner.
He's currently having dinner out,
Okay.
and we can meet up at 8 o'clock. In
I'm
the situation.
suspicious.
Well, that's a great time to rendezvous.
Until then, I suppose we just have each other's time to waste.
Is it time wasted when you enjoy the time?
Bad.
That
Certainly
just like
not.
sits in between them.
That's his attitude like this.
Eating your last shrimp.
Watching.
Savoring that, just like.
She leans over the bar and sees that the bartender has shrimp cocktail on ice behind him.
Gasp!
For
No,
the people
why?
who just want an appetizer at the bar, there's always a little extra there. So you guys just spend the next 30, 45 minutes flirting.
Absolutely flirting. Heavily flirting.
Oof.
You
Watches
have a
me
very
delight.
high pass perception, right?
Uh-huh.
And so do you.
Mhm.
And so do you.
Yeah.
The three of
What do
you
we perceive?
uh,
We don't even have to roll.
perceive. I should have pulled up the name beforehand. Un moment,
Perception 18.
por favor.
I don't remember that character. Un moment.
Olaroon. Olaroon.
Is it the other guy?
It's the other guy.
It's the other guy. Bell.
Beljik, Beldar,
No.
No.
Tackle Toes.
Nimsy, Bernard, Lesruda. We're just
No.
reading names now?
No, we're talking about Taggletooth, goddamn.
We're not fighting. We're talking
Where in
about.
the world?
We're talking about the competitor for
Ularoon and
Sir Baron Terranthorn.
Baron Terran.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why is that not in capital
Um,
letters like the rest of my fucking notes?
Advisor to the king, yeah.
Advisor to the king.
And
Did it take 2 minutes?
Looks like this.
Yeah, and-
He's also handsome.
and competitor for
Oh, yeah.
Gladys's heart.
I'm
I'm
He's
little bit
sure he
younger,
has
though.
6 fingers on his left hand. Can I just get that sense
He's
from
just
him?
excited.
He did kill an eagle.
so you notice him. You notice him somewhere in the lounge, and he's preoccupied with some very important looking individuals. But you do notice him looking over it, the two of you, periodically.
Gladys, I think he's
Which-
a little bit...
Oh, because of the love triangle.
Yes, of course, the
Gladys,
love.
he does seem a little bit like...
And
he's
Gladys
a little
can
young
tell,
for
but
you,
she,
though.
she just keeps on flirting purposefully.
Looks
Right,
really
yeah.
young.
So how
Feels
much
like
time
it.
do we have between the meeting and?
Almost. Like
You have another like 45 minutes before you need to head up to the situation room.
Is that enough time for me to run to the Order of the Gauntlet?
No.
I'll just have to go tomorrow.
But you can ask the concierge to send a message if you want. They,
Send for them to
Aw.
come.
Expect me tomorrow. No, they're not invited to the meeting.
Baz is gonna order dessert.
You send a message saying that you'll
It's not
be there tomorrow.
Yes.
Make sure that place looks good.
I'm the boss.
Make sure it's clean.
I'm not the boss, but
Hope those funds went to good use.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Ask inventory.
Oh, what was her name? What's the mom's name?
No, Gladys, Phyllis. Phyllis. I'm pretty sure it's Phyllis.
No, because that's one of the actual.
What was the other
office
fellow's name?
names.
This fella?
I think I used.
No,
some
I
of
think
the-
it's Phyllis.
Phyllis Strail.
Is it?
Yeah.
Phil?
I think it might be Phyllis.
How
I
dare
do
you?
ask that Phyllis have. I don't know. I don't eat delicious smelling cookies available.
Fair enough.
Sorry, one more time. What was this fellow's name?
Sure,
Baron?
Barum.
Baron.
Barum.
Taryn.
Barum.
Barum.
Taryn Thorn.
Okay.
Sir Taryn Thorn, if that makes it easier. Okay. So you just have a nice dinner. And then
Sounds great.
find your way up to
The situation room.
the situation room.
The start.
But on my way out, I do say hi to Barum. Like a quick little.
He stands up immediately when he sees you headed his way and
So nice.
addresses you.
Baz is doing this between them.
Now, are we bringing?
I'm rooting for him.
He is not coming with you to the.
Isn't Shki?
But what about
This
Lulu
room
and
is
Missy?
so beautiful.
Yeah, it's neat.
They are not.
Lulu or not.
They are not invited. They remain. This is the first time they've been able to be alone with each other
Maybe they'll hold hands.
in the lounge.
They have a little corner booth.
Wait, Gus and Shki?
No. Was that a joke or are you serious? I feel like
They're
it's half
outside the
serious.
castle.
I
just
know.
Have their own little
Actually,
shrimp
no, Gus,
cocktails.
I de
That'd be
magic.
cute.
Eating the same little shrimp. And
That'd be disgusting.
The same
Horses
carrots.
eating
So
shrimp.
cute.
They're vegetarians.
All right.
One of them is Fae, and one of them is a Pegasus.
Yes, thank you. So they don't.
And
eat,
you
so they
also
don't poop.
remember that
Exactly.
Shki only eats desserts.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, Shki only eats desserts.
Yeah.
All right.
They're sharing one ice cream cone. Like a
Shaped
one.
like a shrimp.
Yeah.
And it's
Again,
shrimp
though, I just
flavored.
want to say this room, gorgeous. So gorgeous.
I thought
James
you were going to
Marsden.
say this prince.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
he is.
Also,
gorgeous.
And again,
James
much
James
gorgeous.
Marsden.
James
Piercing
Marsden.
blue eyes.
Prince
He
James
is-
Marsden.
A looker.
Okay. The Charisma Company plus is Willow part of the Charisma Company? I don't know
Yeah.
where
Has the
this
conversation been
stands.
I don't. Nobody's extended an official
Oh,
invitation.
Do you want to be a part of the
Sweet
Charisma
baby.
It's kind of a
Company?
tag along right now.
Yeah.
Okay, she's in.
What about Gladys?
Gladys, do you want to be a part of Charisma Company?
I feel like I would like a proper
Initiation.
initiation.
What do you mean? I just asked.
Well, if you come with me to the Order of the Gauntlet tomorrow, we already have
Oh
things
my
set up for
God.
initiations.
Lovely.
Also, you've got like a vendetta now.
Against the Charisma Company?
No, against Erisman.
Oh.
Yes, I do want to kill you all.
How am I going to kill you all if I'm not
I was
with
like,
you?
whoa!
Well, because you have
Keep
a
your enemies
vendetta now.
closer.
Jesus.
Yes, I would do that.
Okay.
All right, so you're there with the King's Wizard, Olaroon, as well as Prince Olvereth.
And Baron?
Nope, he's not
Olaroon.
there. He's not there, actually.
How was
Olaroon is
your
there.
dinner?
Well, good to see you guys.
Oh, hello.
Glad-
Yes, good to see you.
Glad you made it back way faster than I thought you would. Sorry I was out when you arrived. I didn't think that you'd be back within hours.
You were very insistent.
I do have a Pegasus. Speeds things along a bit.
That's not... Okay.
Well, you know. Yeah.
Dinner was fine. Thanks for asking.
Who are you with?
I was with Lady Lizana.
Where did you go?
Is this really what we should be spending our time on?
Baz is making that angry Kermit face. She's not saying anything,
Two-way shrimp.
but she's making that face really right. That one.
We were at a very fine restaurant, just down by the
The sea.
shore.
Down by the sea.
But the sea? Sure.
Where the shrimp?
There could have been if we wanted some.
Huh, that must be nice.
Well, it was so urgent that we
Anyways.
needed to return as quickly
Oh,
as
Olaroon
possible.
had something
Yes,
to talk to us about?
to the business at hand. He pulls out his signet ring and places it into the sconce in the middle sconce.
Sure, why not?
It's just
The-
us in this room. Like Lulu and or Lulu.
Lulu and Mimsy are not invited.
Right,
They're
okay,
having
sorry.
They have
romance.
no.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They are essentially just common folk.
Yeah, I'm good.
They have no value whatsoever
Okay.
for this kind of situation.
Leave it to Gus, you know.
The starry sky turns golden and shines golden light down upon you.
It's so pretty.
And you know that this means that you cannot be scryed upon. And
What happens with the magic mirror?
so you begin your conversation. I will let Olaroon take it from here.
Do people know this room exists?
People.
Clearly.
Does anyone know this room exists? Outside of, like, fancy
Castles.
aristocrats?
How might you know that?
I guess I wouldn't.
No.
Continue.
Okay.
I don't know that it matters yet.
So Olaroon stands up and places out large pieces of parchment across on the table. You'd recognize them as the 4 teleportation sigil symbols that you gave him. You have the originals, but these are the other versions. I myself and my apprentices have reviewed these teleportation scrolls and deciphered them as best we can to figure out the coordinates around the world that these may take you. One is southeast of Unbent, which you guys are aware of.
Yes, we have been to that one. Yes,
One is northeast of Arstelia,
which we have been to.
which you're aware of. One leads to a very curious place. It is the teleportation circle that has been locked away for many, many decades, maybe even centuries, below the castle.
Gasp!
There's
One here.
Correct.
Below the castle that's been no one knew about, or
No,
will
we
you say
knew
more
about it.
that?
Several generations ago, the king of Esmerin had it locked up under the understanding that it would only be used in emergencies. It has safeguards around it, as naturally would be the case, but it's also just been locked up, let's say.
Okay,
Bricked up.
noted.
Once the roads around Esmerin became safe to travel, it wasn't necessary anymore, except for the utmost severity of a situation, of an escape, if you will. It's expensive to use in the first place. It was rarely used at all, but the king, and he names some king from several generations ago, found it as a vulnerability. But not such a vulnerability that he would destroy it. Certainly not when you have to cast Teleportation Circle in the same spot for an entire year every single day. He was an intelligent person and wise enough to know that that would be an expensive and somewhat unnecessary measure to
3.
destroy it.
How many teleportation scrolls are there?
4.
4. Okay.
Now, we've sent a team this morning down through the catacombs, down to where we believe is the entrance to the teleportation circle. We should be hearing back from them sometime soon.
Oh.
The 4th one is extremely curious. It doesn't make any sense. So, either you wrote it down wrong.
Seems unlikely, but continue.
I agree, given the fact that the other 3 are very perfectly.
I knew you would agree.
Done.
We're friends.
But it still doesn't change the fact that it doesn't make any sense. The inscriptions on it talk of negative space. Like, how might you move negative 10 feet It's not possible. And so I'm a bit confused as to what it refers.
The Shadowfell.
You pull it out and like
Or going.
You put it on and say the Shadowfell.
and the people in the violin section in the background go do do do.
The DeLorean comes right in, and we're like, ah!
So you say that?
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at the wand and he looks at you and he thinks of the Shadowfell. He's, of course, the Shadowfell.
Wait, I don't know what the Shadowfell is.
Nor should you. The
But I'm a Shadow Monk.
You'll never know.
But don't you think Shadow Monks should know?
And that's where the campaign will end. You'll never know.
and
campaign over.
Next.
So he says, yes, the Shadowfell. That does make sense.
No, I was genuinely asking about it.
Yeah.
Did he genuinely tell me I shouldn't know?
You shouldn't know what the Shadowfell is. It's not a place that should be known.
Sure, you're gonna tell me about it though?
In due time. We'll talk about this later.
She makes that mad Kermit face.
I have a guess it's dark.
Shadow Monk should know about
what is the
Shadowfell.
what is it that you have there?
A wand.
Yes, but
You have wands.
may I?
If you give it back.
Of course I'll give it back.
Pinky promise.
Sure. He goes over to you and Pinky promises you. She's a giant.
Yeah, you are a lot bigger than
yeah.
me.
And you know-
I am very small.
You don't actually have to hand it to me.
But it feels like you do.
Okay, sure. I'll pantomime props.
It's called acting, Kyle. It's acting.
Oh my.
Oh my.
This is how did you where did you come about this?
Just
Willow?
stumbling on it.
You know,
It's a great question.
Are we in a zone of truth right
a little
now?
fuzzy
You are.
of that
Yeah.
night.
We are in a zone of truth right now.
God damn
If you're
it.
gonna lie, you need to roll a deception check with a disadvantage.
Okay.
I think is
My buddy, a buddy I made, we flew together over the wall, and then he gave it to me.
It's not a lie.
That's not a lie.
I
Is
feel as though you're obfuscating the information.
Well, first we met at a bar drinking. There was
Alright.
a lot of drinking to be done. And then...
He wasn't a very good drinker, actually. He got pretty drunk.
Yeah.
He didn't hold his alcohol very well.
But thankfully because... Well, okay, so we are good enough friends that when he didn't wake up for work the next day in time, I made sure he woke up.
Just in case, like, that's what friends do, Prince
I don't
Albert.
want to ruin their fun, but I feel like Gyrus would interrupt. To be like, just,
Yeah,
just
no.
tell the truth.
It feels like you would. And you just
Like
go, oh,
Gyrus is
this guy,
making the
that
Kermit
one,
face.
George.
Yeah.
If you could,
Like,
yes.
like grinding.
I feel like exactly.
He's like learning social cues, but also is like, ah!
Just why are we lying about this?
We're not lying. None of the things that we've said are lies.
Okay, so you said he's a friend close enough that you would wake him up when he's late for work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and he had this?
That's what friends do.
I'm just eating this
What?
up.
Well, he
I
gave
know.
it to me after
Who was this person, pray tell?
Somehow I'm getting a headache.
Huey.
You don't have a brain in there.
I know, it's why it's wild.
What do you know about my wand?
Does Kiwi have a last name?
I'm
Probably.
sure he does, but I
He's
promise
so
you
close a friend
probably-
you don't know his last name.
I didn't say we're so close that I know his last name. I said we're so close I would wake him up for work when he sleeps in
Even
late.
Do
would
you
even
know his
work-
last name?
I know.
Do not know his last name!
Willow is the giant is yelling.
Who was this individual?
His name is
Huey!
Huey!
So...
Do the rest of you know anymore?
I don't know his
He
last
was
name.
employed by a particular individual of import in Alversea. He was provided with this wand as well as a cipher? No.
A note.
A note with which the wand revealed a code, important writing, with instructions to act upon that note.
It was pretty exciting.
What did the note say?
said to poison a well.
Well,
At a
that's not
particular
technically
time.
what the note said.
It technically said tomorrow.
It gave
Northwell.
it gave a time and a location, and when we followed him, he poisoned the well at that location at that time.
He tried to.
A friend of yours tried to poison a well.
Friend is an interesting choice of words, but Willow makes friends with lots of people.
I get the feeling that you're holding back.
He's just.
We already told you most of this on the sending stone. But...
Prince Ulvaris' demeanor starts to shift a little bit. Like,
Maybe
you know
should
your...
distracted.
You guys know your place, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
Especially you.
Oh no.
We're expecting you,
Oh.
the apprentice to the King's Druid, to be 100% forthright. This is not...
Mm.
To be fair, we were bringing this...
Think hard.
I do not know his last name. However, I did save his life.
Mind your tone, Willow.
Tail just went between my legs.
That is just as long as
Just staring at the sky.
Yeah, automatic, just awkward in the room.
I saved his life by turning into a bird. Because I can do that. And we flew away from the embers who were trying to attack us.
All right.
We were getting information from him. We obtained the information by saving his life. He gave us the wand, and he gave us the name of who he believes he was receiving instructions from.
And who was that?
Maxwell died.
The string violin.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
The whole crowd goes.
Our two viewers.
That
know if I could
is
do more than two.
unfortunate
Yeah, it's on the side.
information.
Little chairs on the side. Miscellaneous people.
Oh, right.
All right.
Like the back one.
Moving forward, the rest of you, please give Olaroon the full truth.
We did.
You are servants to the crown.
We know. Dude, we weren't trying to be shady.
Very well. Continue. And Olaroon says, so,
Hildebrand looks pointedly at Gladys. Oh.
it's like, so,
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I just won't say anything.
Kiwi gave you this, do you think he knew what it could do?
I don't.
No.
Listen. You said to
Do
be forthright.
you know what it can do?
I do.
Right. So fortuitous that you happen to get that from him.
Yes.
We have no way of entering the Shadowfell.
But now
We
do.
do. Very good.
Kiwi didn't seem like the smartest chap.
No, if he's been tasked to poison the well,
He just
Well.
he.
the type of person you're going to convince to do such a thing.
I mean,
He's
a
a
shadow monk
he's a
outdrank
simple
him,
boy.
so he a simple boy.
Mm,
So,
with an
Um,
eye, not a lie.
Yeah.
how, well, I'll put it back to the prince, but if I'm not mistaken, one of the directives of your mission was to go and find out a little bit about the goings-on at Alversea.
That's true.
So, well, I'm jumping about.
Mhm.
First, we are going to look into the access to the teleportation circle under the castle. May require your assistance, depending on what they find down there. These are just Kingsguard. They're brave individuals, but it's a dangerous world.
They simple.
We all.
You're fine, but you're simple.
Now, we will also have retroactively had the king's sort of servant, who is an ember, whose sole purpose it is to make sure that nobody else is an ember, come in and evaluate Baz, and she mentions that you're no longer an ember, so that information is now common knowledge. So depending on that, we will see what we need to do. And now I will return it back to
Wait, is there anything else we need to know about it?
the teleportation circle.
No, about her
No, the wand.
de-embering.
No, about the wand.
Oh, sorry.
Oh well, you can, when you're holding it, you can highlight messages.
No, I know that. I know that one.
Okay, well, you asked what else about the wand, so I'm telling you.
There's a button on it.
Besides the 3 charges, is there anything
You're
else?
handsome, but you're not getting it. What else can you tell me?
Well, I don't know what you know.
Read my mind, damn it!
Handsome.
Okay, never mind. So I guess we know it all.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to help. Don't know what's happening.
Just asking.
And I'm just telling you.
May I hold the wand?
No.
Sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's delightful.
So, regarding the
Really is.
Shadowfell, we will be requiring that wand once we deal with it. I'll disclose why later. Some other things need to take place first, but good to know that you have a way to access the Shadowfell. The king and all of the realm will need that.
Yes.
Who's talking to us right now? Ulurun or Obreth? Okay.
I'll just need.
Overth has more of just like my voice,
Right.
like no accent whatsoever.
Right.
I'll just need a little advance notice to make sure I have enough charges at the time required.
Sure, of course. So we'll get to that eventually. Prince Overth, you asked about the goings-on in Alversea. Yeah. What is the goings-on at Alversea?
Okay.
And you
listen,
pretty much
Prince
give him the
Oberyn.
skinny.
Yeah, can we
you give
just,
him the
like,
skinny that you gave
TLDR.
Henrietta.
But also, we told him over the sending stone. We tried to tell him, and he was like, "I'm with Lizana."
And it doesn't matter, because they are not my people anymore.
So he asks for just more detail, and you give him the information about their like hierarchy in the embers and what they're doing, the lack of food, or they should say the hoarding of resources and the distribution, the slow distribution, the lockdown of the city. Pretty much all the information that you would normally give.
The church and the place you found.
The old garden.
Okay, so you mentioned your discovery of Maxwell. It's not just that you heard Maxwell was in charge. You have eyes on some individuals.
Right, I didn't see Maxwell, but I know that it makes sense that he would be part of that.
Tagletoes was there.
Tagletoes was there, so was
Finally, a time for me to use Tagletoes correctly.
yeah, and so is one of Maxwell's
Forgot his name. Yeah.
people.
Cool.
So that's pretty much everything that needs to be discussed this evening. He mentioned that you may be tasked to go down to the catacombs and deal with some things.
Yeah, sure.
Olaroon has some things that he needs to leave the city for.
Oh, cute.
And we'll be in touch. So you leave the Situation Room and return to your... Was there something else?
You called us back?
Yeah.
We're just supposed to hang out?
You're going to deal with the teleportation circle. They didn't expect you to be back so soon.
Oh, I see.
They had something they're going to figure out.
Got it.
And then once they have that specific information, there is a mission for you. There's just one little detail I need to figure out, and then I'll be sending you on your way. Okay. Very good?
Noted.
Let's just say it has to do with your hometown, Sir Gyrus.
That is exciting and
Little-
also uncomfortable.
Little hint, you're headed to Narvogel.
Navogel.
You will be.
Oh, cool.
So enjoy the warmth now.
We will require furs.
I don't think you do, though.
I do.
If that'll be all this evening, I'll leave you be. And
what should be done about the poison
the poison.
in...
The well?
The poison for Cusco.
The poison shows Cusco's.
You
never seen.
We certainly, we got rid of one person who is helping to poison the well, but he certainly was not the only one. What is going to be done to protect the people from this poison?
Well, I think I'll let Korig, the king's advisor, you'll remember he's the dwarf.
Minister of War?
Yeah. If he wants to disclose his information to you, he will. And that's not my area, and I don't...
Do we tell Overth that Lulu is back? We found Lulu? Does he care?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't know
He
who
has
Lulu is.
no idea who that is.
But
well,
Gladys's
that's why he
granddaughter.
Sent it.
Oh, that's fair.
And he's like, oh,
Yeah, he's like,
Great.
I've got a lot.
the one thing they might want to know is the
Molotov.
scrying within the castle.
But it disappeared. It's done.
Olrune's like, yeah, you can scry on anyone
Yeah.
at any time. You just need to be aware of the fact that you could be being spied on at any time.
Yeah.
And that's what this wonderful room is for.
Yeah. So just let me know it happened. So did our best.
Sure.
Why Navogel?
We don't know yet.
As I mentioned, I will be returning tomorrow evening with that information.
Okay.
But until then.
We need to get some warm weather clothes.
So he leaves you,
shopping.
and he heads out, and he leaves the castle. You return back down to the lounge, where you see a lovely couple of gals chatting and like holding hands and drinking champagne and eating sweets.
Each other's space.
It's lasagna and Lulu.
She is stealing everyone.
It's all three of them, and they're both anyway.
Listen, if they're happy, but she seems shady.
So you head down there, and around that time, so you remember when you cast detect magic, all of the fire turned purple,
Blue, some color.
Blue?
Yeah.
Some color. Something like that, yeah.
We'll say they turned blue. At this time, they all turn bright green and emit a sort of like
Ember vibe.
wee sound. Everyone's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Nope. None of the servants know what's going on. The butler's confused. Ulvreth is there, and he's like, oh shit. Get down to the catacombs.
What does
And
that?
that's where we'll leave the session for this evening.
We haven't had a long rest!
Wait, what is that? What do you mean fires?
Like the lanterns. And
Oh, okay.
there's like a fireplace and things like that.
No, my sweet spell's lost.
And that's where we will leave the session this evening.
Alright.
Do you need? I have a bunch of healing potions. Does those bring spells?
It's not about healing
It's
at all.
about
Do those
doing-
bring spells
It's
on
about
fire?
being a functional character.
No,
I just
they
asked
don't.
if they
They don't.
take. If
Only a rest. Only a long rest one.
I had a specific reason. I wasn't
All
just
right.
like, here it is.
So hopefully we'll be back next Monday to finish or to get moving on this. We'll see. And until then, good night.
Bye, everybody.